welcome to another episode of Story and Things. We are a podcast that reviews stories.
And talks about things sometimes.
Sometimes relating to stories.
Sometimes we just don't talk at all. Hopefully we talk, though, because we have a podcast. I'm your host, Cheli.
And I'm your host, Yajaira.
And before we start the episode, because if you're this deep in and this is your first episode, that's a little weird. But it's okay. I like weird.
Yeah, we both do.
But if this is not your first episode, I realize that we don't talk much about ourselves. Like, you know, we don't even know each other, which is the crazy thing that we never really talk about.
Yeah, do you want to tell them how we met?
We met at a bar.
Yeah.
Both reading. We were both reading a book, and we turned the page at the same time, and we looked at each other, and we were at the same page, same word, and it was
Same
like
paragraph?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
What book was it? What book was it? What was our book? Do you not remember our book?
Den of Vipers?
Oh my gosh, you do remember.
Can you imagine?
If that was our first book. And then I dropped my book. And you know, because that thing's the size of a brick, it made a hole in the bar. But we both paid for damage repair together.
Because obviously we became instant besties.
Yeah, we did.
Or
Oh my
coworkers.
God.
What are we? What are we this
actually,
week?
you can't legally call me bestie. So it's okay. You can Mondays through Fridays. From
Today is Friday.
Not today. Not viernes.
And also-
Viernes buena. Oh wait.
Also, when we post this, it's gonna be on a Tuesday.
So I'm actually off on Tuesdays, but I have a conversation starter, and I think it would be good because you know we get to know each other more, and also the viewers get to know us more through these conversation starters.
Okay.
So. Here's my question for you. By the way, we're getting the questions from a card game that is basically meant for deeper discussions. Hopefully this is a good question. So,
And if it's not, I'll just refuse to answer.
given an unlimited budget, how would you plan your own funeral?
I don't want a funeral.
How do you want to go?
I don't want to go. I'm staying here forever.
And this is my announcement.
This is my announcement right now. I refuse to die. So,
Okay.
no funeral. You know what I do want to happen?
What?
Have you seen, I'm sure you've seen The Batman. Not the movie, but just like the animated
Yeah.
series with Mr. Freeze and how he freezed his wife. That's what I want you to do to me. Can you freeze me?
I can freeze you, but where would I, like, you've seen my fridge. She ain't that big. Unless you know, okay, I got it. Because you know how I'm like a work lady, you know? So I can get heavy stuff done. So I'm just going to cut my freezer so it's part of the whole fridge, and I'll just put you in there.
Yeah.
But I only have one fridge, so you will have to be with my vegetables and fruit.
That's disgusting.
It's okay. I'll put them to the side. I'll put them so you're holding them. Like,
Holding them for you to eat.
yeah. and I'm just
Don't
like,
forget your veggies.
And you're just like, you know, just giving me like a, yeah. And then when I'm like eating snacks, I'm like, maybe I should have a second one. And I go over there and you're just like, no.
Only one. Oh. Yeah, but what about you?
Really? That's your answer?
That's my answer. I'm not going.
Okay, you're not going. Well, you know, when I always say this, when I go at the age of 137,
Yeah.
the prime age of 137 years young, may I add. I don't know if you remember, but we talked
Yes.
about this
I do remember.
when we were in high school. But by the way, we've been friends. We didn't meet at a bar. We don't go to bars.
Not frequently.
We discussed this once, and I told you that I would want my casket to be like in the middle, just spinning the whole time, and just like EDM music playing.
Just like,
Yeah, and my freaking dad like going hard, you know,
I would your dad be
because my dad's gonna be 200.
Why would your dad be at your funeral?
Because he's 200. My dad also
So
chose not
he's
to die.
Okay, I respect
So
that.
he's gonna be there.
He's gonna
A
be like-
viejito with like his freaking roller.
Uh-huh.
He like rolls up to my grave and it's like dun, 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 dun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then just bury me with like my pencils because I fucking love my pencils.
Your stationery.
My stationery supplies. I have a little cup
Uh-huh.
at work. Please go get it and bury me with it because I refuse to let anyone use my freaking favorite pencils.
Okay.
And
That's a lot of demands.
I don't know, maybe just coat me in gold, like gold powder to protect me. You know they used to do that for Egyptians, I think it was.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a protection thing so that like I'm not going to say it. I actually don't know. But I remember that was a thing. So.
I wonder if it worked.
I mean, have you seen any Egyptian ghosts? Have you ever heard a ghost story where it was an Egyptian ghost? No, because they know how to get there. They know how to get there.
They were led to heaven.
Oh. God, love that. That's my answer.
Oh.
Budget, $14 billion.
Okay. Who are you?
Okay, so today we're going...
Sponsored by Jeff Bezos.
Sponsored by Jeff Bezos. Thank you, Jeffy. So
today we will be talking about the infamous Hulu movie, Fresh.
Fresh. I didn't want to gulp, so I kind of went back. We're going to be talking about Fresh today. I just watched it. Mm-hmm. You came in freshly in your work clothes, and I was still watching it. Mm-hmm. We're going to try to give a spoiler-free summary first, but I do recommend you go watch it if you're able to. If you don't have a Hulu, I can give you my Hulu password.
She's lying.
Just please don't watch anything PG-13 and up, because my dad does track it. Imagine.
My dad will text me.
My dad's like, "What's fresh, mija?"
Fresh.
So let me try to give a spoiler-free summary. But if you are interested in watching it, I do recommend it. But let's go ahead. I kept it really short, by the way. Wait, don't look at my password. Don't look at my password.
Is it my birthday?
I mean, that's a little presumptuous. I'm just kidding. It's our anniversary day, if you remember. When is it? When's our anniversary day?
May.
Oh my gosh, wait, really?
It is May.
May what?
22.
I'm out of here. This is the last episode. It's May 21st, the same as Niles' birthday.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. That's the day we decided on because we kept changing it. Remember? We kept forgetting. We kept doing like May 18th, May 24th, May 19th.
May 25th. Yeah, okay, so we just decided, why isn't Niles' birthday though? She's going to feel salty. She's going to be
May
like...
22nd from now on?
Yeah.
But, well, you should have told me before I got the tattoo. Oh, gosh. Guess we'll talk about this later.
No, I got to remove it.
So Fresh centers around Noah, a down-on-her-luck adult who's just looking for a little love. And although she has her friend Molly, who is super supportive of her, she can't seem to find love. Noah just can't find it anywhere. She just keeps dating horrible guys.
Yeah.
Through, like, whatever that movie's Tinder is.
Yeah.
So it changes one day when she meets Steve at a grocery store run. As her friend Molly once said, fuck it. Has it been a minute? Yes. Okay. And Noah agrees to a weekend away with Steve. But he turns out to be not the greatest mystery man that she thought he was.
That's a good summary.
I hope it is.
So that was as spoiler-free as it's going to get. But now...
It's just spoilers.
We're going to spoil. So if you don't want any spoilers, we'll see you next time.
Bye. Go watch it and come back.
So now is the part of the episode where we're going to guess.
Oh, yeah.
What the other person would rate.
Yeah, we don't like to tell each other what we feel about what we're going to talk about. Mm-hmm. So my guess is that I think you like this movie. I think you're down for it because of the lead girl. I think you're pro Noah.
Okay.
I think that's your entire thing. And Molly too. You're pro Molly. And Penny. All the girls.
Okay.
Who runs the world?
Girls.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beyonce.
I think you love this movie. I think you're going to give it like a 4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
And I don't remember, but you didn't know about this movie, right? Beforehand, or had you known about it before I told you about it?
I had already known.
Okay. Would you have watched it without this podcast?
Yeah, I did watch it without
this podcast.
Yeah,
oh,
I
you're
brought
right.
it up.
You're right. I'm sorry. I just couldn't remember why we did this one, but it was you. It was you. Yeah. Okay, 4.56 then, out of 5.
Oh, it went up. I actually don't know what you would rate it, because I don't know if you really seek out. What is this, a thriller?
Okay.
So I'm going to guess that you'd probably give it like a 3.7.
Wait, how do you think I feel about the main girl, Noah?
I don't know, because you usually don't like mean girls, so...
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying, like...
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
Look through our episodes. I don't know.
Really? I don't want that to be a trend. Oh my gosh.
You're like, my answer is changing now.
That's crazy. Trembling.
I'm just kidding. No, I just feel like she's not the type of lead that you would like. Or not like, but just love. You know?
Okay.
But I do think you did really like Molly and Penny.
Okay.
I don't know about Noah, though.
Okay. That's fine with me. You know what's funny? If you're listening to us, like, through audio, you can't really see our face, but I suck at keeping a poker face. I'm very smiley. I can't help it.
But that doesn't mean... I'm usually smiling, too.
But you're really good at covering up what that means. Because right now, that's a smile of friendship.
we're just here having a good time.
I suck at hiding things. Okay, well...
No, but that's funny that you say that because I disagree. I think you're really good at hiding your intentions.
I'm glad you can never figure out my secrets.
I'm glad you can't figure out my tells.
But why don't we go ahead and start by talking about a few tropes that are in this movie.
Okay.
Would you say that this movie's insta-love? I thought it was.
It's a quick love.
I thought it was through Steve's perspective. I thought it was.
But he's you know, he's like a little
off.
He's there doing a job. But he did fall for Noah. I just couldn't tell when exactly it happened.
Okay, why don't we talk about the characters?
All right, let's start with Noah.
Noah's our main girl.
She's our main queen. So as Cheli already said, pretty much at the beginning of the story, she's had the worst of luck when it comes to love. She keeps going on these blind dates, and these guys, they like suck.
They suck.
Especially Chad, because Chad was like, you know, girls, they used to dress cute, but no.
They all wear like baggy clothes. Like, what are you hiding?
What are you hiding under there?
You would look good in a dress.
So wear a dress. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. And then he also had the freaking audacity to like take her leftovers.
Oh yeah, so when the meal was over, he was like, do you mind if I just take all these? Oh, he didn't even say that. He was like already putting everything in his carton.
My brother's coming over.
So, you know, it'd be really rude if I didn't feed him. Yeah. So
you did bring cash, by the way, right? Like you're gonna
pay, right? For your own meal.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So she's had the worst of luck. And so she's decided, you know, I'm just going to stop for now. But then she runs into Sebastian's character. What was his name? Steve. And in the grocery store. But let's talk about her character. How did you feel about her?
I mean, I disagree with what you said earlier. Because I actually did really like her as a female protagonist.
Wow, I'm shocked.
I liked her because she's very relatable in the sense of, oh my god, she just can't find love. You know?
You were like, relatable.
I feel that. I just thought that she was really likable in that sense because she's a realist. And I think that when the story progresses through Steve, she reacted very genuinely. Like, it didn't feel out of place. It didn't feel mischaracterized or all of a sudden she's the hero. Yeah. It felt like she was trying to survive, and I liked her a lot for that. Yeah. She also has little humor here and there.
Her dry humor. Yeah, she said a joke and Cheli looked at me and she was like, 3 out of 5.
But I thought that was like a nice touch to this movie because it is a thriller. So it was nice to see a character like her. It's a little refreshing. Yeah. Freshing. Thank you.
Wow. Look at you, 4 out of 5.
Thank you. But I like her.
Yeah. I liked her too. Like you said, I did think that the way that she reacted was realistic and the pacing was realistic. And I also really love the way that she reacted when she realized that she was being abducted or held hostage by Steve. Because at first she was like, you're so funny. Okay, let me out. And he's like, no, sorry.
Oh my gosh. Very good. What did you feel about her best friend, Molly?
Oh my God. The star of the show, honestly. Seriously, if you don't do the same thing as Molly did, I'd be really offended.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'll be better.
If someone like holds me hostage or something, like you better do whatever it takes to get me back.
I love that.
She was a really good best friend. So pretty much as soon as Noah reached out to her and told her, hey, I'm going to go to cottage whatever to spend the weekend with this guy that I just met but really like, Molly reacted in a way that was genuine. She was like, hold on, wait,
Red flag,
red flag, don't, maybe don't.
Mm-hmm.
And Noah ended up convincing her that, you know what, you did say fuck it. So
Mm-hmm.
I also said fuck it. I'm just going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so Molly was like, you better text me the whole time. And she realized that even though she was receiving texts, that's not how her best friend would text.
Yeah.
So she was like, I need to go investigate.
I love that. She's such a loyal friend.
Such a good friend.
Oh my God.
She was such a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that even from the beginning of the movie, you could see that they were complete opposites. Noah felt so lonely not being in a relationship, while Molly, even though she was single, she was like, no strings.
Yep. Love that about her.
Yeah.
Why don't we, there's another girl in this movie, but why don't we talk about her after we talk about, I was going to call him Sebastian. Steve.
Yeah. So Steve meets Noah in a grocery store, and he's like, grapes? And she's like, down. He convinces her to try one of the cotton candy grapes, and he's like, you gotta try one.
Mm-hmm.
Just try it. And she's like, okay. So she tries it, and she's like, wow, it really does taste like cotton candy. So that's pretty much how they first meet, and he is like, oh
my God.
This is so embarrassing, but can I have your number? Can I have your number? And eventually they do go out, and when they have their first date at a bar, everything is nice. They connect really well. They have similar humor, and they just, they vibe with each other.
Yes, they do.
They sleep together.
Yeah.
Wild.
But they were you can tell they had a lot in common. He was not like other guys, because even when they got to her apartment, he was like, oh my gosh, this is too fast. And she was like, oh.
And she was like, am I a hoe? Because she was already taking her clothes off, and he's like, you're moving too fast. Hold on.
Damn.
But, I mean.
Yeah. Would you have given someone your number if that was your interaction at the grocery store?
Yeah, because it seems so
genuine.
It seems so genuine. It seems so, I thought it was a cute way to meet someone for the first time.
I did too. I think I would too. But damn.
But damn, it went down. It went downhill. You know what I really like too is that the whole time it feels like a romantic movie.
It does.
Like even the songs, the music, the vibe, the colors.
Dude, I'm so glad you bring that up because, oh wait, did you like Steve?
As a character?
Yeah, as a character.
Yeah, I guess.
I really like him as a character.
Okay.
I thought like he was a very well-rounded character, except for one part that I don't like. But other than that, I thought he was a really good, sorry, spoiler. I thought he was a really good villain.
Yeah, I did too, honestly. You know what part I had to rewatch because I really liked? That whole like dancing bit. Where he was alone though.
Yeah.
And he like slides into the kitchen. I don't know, I just really like the music and how he's just like, I mean, it was weird, but I thought it was cool.
Okay, so I really like Steve's character. And it's funny that you bring up that it felt like a romance, because if I did not know anything coming into this movie, I would feel that same way too. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was a good stylistic choice of whoever directed this movie, that you don't see the name of the movie and the credits until it all goes downhill. Mm-hmm. Because Steve is not a great guy. Even though they had this whole trip plan, they were going to go to a cottage. As soon as they hang out in his place, and he makes her a drink, because they weren't going to go that day, they were going to go the next day, and it's drugged and she falls to the floor. As soon as she hits the floor, it shows the title of the movie.
And the music completely changes.
Yeah, and it's cool because it's like that first 20 minutes, because it took 20 whole minutes. Mm-hmm. First 20 minutes was not what you were watching. It was
a romantic movie. But now
I thought that was cool.
Here it is. Yeah,
that was really nice.
Yeah, I also really liked when you see the whole like fresh title.
Yeah.
He's just like getting himself a drink.
Yes.
While she's on the floor. Kind of rude, honestly.
It is rude.
So when they had their first date, he did tell her, I'm a doctor. I'm a plastic surgeon. Well, he said what? Reconstructive surgery?
Yeah.
So he is, I guess.
Because as soon as she wakes up, she is in a room with a bed on the floor, And she's like, what the fuck happened? Oh my God. And then he's like, I drugged you.
Actually, sorry.
So, surprise.
Surprise.
And she is chained to the floor. And she's like, what? Okay, you need to stop. This isn't funny. And he's like, no, it's not a joke. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. But I am going to sell your meat.
And your hair.
Yeah.
Because it sells better if you're alive. So don't worry, I'm not going to kill you.
Yeah.
But,
you might die.
At the end of this.
But she freaks out. Of course.
Obviously.
Oh my God. I really like that scene when she's in there because she is freaking out. And, yes, I would too. But I really like, as soon as he leaves, her whole, the dynamic of her character and where she's at and her location is all given to you because it's like she's freaking out and then you hear someone next door and it's like, hey.
Hey, girly.
You too?
Welcome to the club.
I'm Penny. And it's like, is there anyone else? Oh, yeah, let me check. Melissa! It's like, oh my God, dude. Yeah. There's a whole squad down here. But I thought that was so, cool because it's like, oh my God. This is everyone. This is everyone. And this is going to be everyone in the movie. So I thought it was cool to see her, get to know her surroundings. Meanwhile, Steve's a bitch, cutting up people up there. Oh my God. What type of meat do you think they used? That's such a weird question, but that was what I was thinking the whole movie, because, I
have no idea.
Look like puerco. Oh.
Yeah, actually, maybe.
Yeah. Oh.
If it even was meat. Probably wasn't. Because
it's
wax.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's weird.
But that's pretty much our characters, and our last character would be the one who's next door, which would be Penny.
Penny.
The one who's like, hey, welcome.
It's crazy because Penny kind of felt like her...
conscience?
Yeah, a little bit to me. Only because Penny really voiced what was going on in there.
So pretty much they start talking about how Penny was abducted because she was in town visiting and she doesn't have family. And Noah doesn't have family either. So it makes it easier for our character Steve to take these girls because the odds of someone looking for them is really low.
Yeah, because they don't have family. He methodically thought about pulling them out. So it really, really sucks.
Yeah, but it's interesting because Noah did tell him about Molly. He just didn't realize that was a diehard friend right there.
Yep. I really like Penny because she's freaking falling apart on the other side. And even though they've never seen each other, they're so freaking close. There's this one part where Penny has a conversation where she's like, I don't think I can do this anymore. I don't even know who I fucking am anymore. And she's slowly going towards insanity, which is what Melissa is.
Yeah, Melissa's already there.
So it's sad to see. And it really did kind of feel like what she was the subconscious of our main character, Noah. Because Noah was going to get there. Because there was a point where Noah started to give up. And seeing it happen to Penny was really sad.
Yeah. Because she seemed completely like, I'm tapping out. I'm over it. And that happened after Steve went in, took her. We just hear her screaming. We can obviously assume the worst. Yeah. And then that's when he brought her back to her room.
Okay, but why don't we talk about the first time? The first time Noah gets a little cut. She gets a little piece off.
It's so funny because when you said that, I was like a paper cut?
No, she gets a whole piece off of her.
Okay, so pretty much, it's still near the beginning, but Steve comes into her room and he's so nonchalant about it. He's just like, you still mad? You still mad?
No, don't be mad.
Don't be mad.
Stop it. Show me that smile. Show me those pearly whites.
Exactly. I love your smile. And she's just like, oh, no. And so he's about to leave, but then she voices, I need a shower. And he's like, don't try anything.
Don't try. I promise you'll be good.
Pinky promise? Pinky? Oh, okay.
Okay.
And so he leads her out to the whole house. I don't even know. They're walking forever. And then before they even reach the bathroom, she tries to escape. And so he punishes her.
By cutting off her whole ass.
Her whole ass. He literally tells her, I'm taking your ass.
Because your ass tried to get out of here. Now your ass is mine. Thank God.
Not exactly, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, in between the lines.
Oh my God, it fucked me up. I couldn't watch those scenes because when she had woken up and she was like, I can't feel anything. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, 'cause he gave her
Epidural.
an epidural.
Oh, that's like straight in the whistle. That's in the
Yeah.
bones.
Yeah.
Ah! So the whole scene of her just losing a piece of her.
Well, on the bright side, at least he drugs them up.
Hmm.
You know?
Wait, that's actually kind of romantic.
Wait, now we're back. Is this a romantic movie or not?
Age-old question. She loses her ass.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She really does. And it's really sad. When that happened, though, I was like, wait, like for real? But then he literally puts it in a bowl.
Oh my God. But it's okay. Because Noah's still an assless queen throughout this movie because she doesn't give up. Oh my gosh. You can tell that he's done this to a lot of people because at one point he gives her a magazine and she's reading it and there's a little writing in it and it belongs to whoever other person he abducted. And it says, if you're reading this, you're one of his favorites. So don't give up. Keep fighting. And she's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Although I do wonder, how did she get a pen?
I don't know. Maybe it was blood and a nail.
It's not. It wasn't blood. It was
Maybe
it was pen.
Well, if you're like me, like,
always have a pen ready.
That was my freaking sister. Maybe it was just someone who happened to have something on them that was in their clothes, because you know that he makes them pack. That's what I thought the packing. Oh, actually, maybe it's not. That's what I thought the packing was for. I thought the packing was for them to have clothes to wear while they're in there. So then when they give it to the customers, it smells like them.
Oh, wait.
That's what I thought. Because, I mean, it's kind of gross, but a customer would probably want worn underwear. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought it was the same for the rest of the clothes.
Yeah, so pretty much he's selling the meat. But he's selling the meat in a box with, like, the girl's personal things. Yeah. And a strand of hair. Well, a chunk of hair.
That's so cute.
And so they never really reveal who is buying the meat, but it just seems like
it's just rich. Because the way that Steve says it, it's the 1% of the 1%ers. Mm-hmm. So people who have money and want something that they can't have.
Exactly. And they look old.
Mm-hmm. So I want to discuss a few points of the movie with you. Why don't we start off with Noah and her freaking big, strong will to get out of there. She is so committed to get out. She realizes that she can use the attraction that he has towards her to her advantage. Mm-hmm. So in order to do that, she wants to show a little bit of interest in what he does. Because, you know, you have to, when you're interested in someone, you have to be interested in their interests.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
He likes, I don't know, eating people. So, like,
she's like, maybe me too. I don't know.
Maybe me too. So she does a thing where she's like, how does it taste like? And he's like, good, but
also fucking great.
Yeah. He actually says fucking exquisite. So, I mean.
Okay. You just watched it.
I am a fresh stan. So, I am a freshie.
Okay.
So, after she says that, she's just like, okay. And she just looks away and he's like, that's it?
That's it? That's all you're going to ask?
That's all you're going to fucking ask? So, of course, he, like, you know, goes home and is like, what the fuck was that? Yeah. Yeah. So, he's like, you know what? You're interested. So, why don't you try it? Mm-hmm. So, he basically gives her, like, a little test to see if she's down. So, he makes spaghetti, you know, a little bit of spaghetti. Uh-huh. And puts a huge-ass meatball on top. And she's like,
delicious.
That's not my ass, right? I'm gonna eat my ass. So he's like, no, it's not your ass. I'm sorry.
It's Melissa's.
It's Melissa. No,
it's Hope's.
It's Hope's. Ironic, right? Her name is Hope. But she, oh my gosh, when she eats it, it shows images of everyone else eating meat. Mm-hmm.
Like the people that buy it.
So disgusting. Mm-hmm. But, oh, she eats it. Would you have eaten it? If you're in that situation, ass gone. Ass nowhere to be seen.
I don't know. I think so.
I think I would have eaten it too, just to kind of go with her plan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's a lot.
By the way, we should also mention that she realizes that he likes her because he slept with her. And Penny was like, wait, he slept with you? He didn't sleep with me. And apparently he just doesn't sleep with the girls.
Yeah. So.
But back to your question of her survival, I think that it made sense. I was getting scared though, because when she takes a bite and that whole thing sequence happened.
I thought she liked it.
Yeah, me too. I was like, does this mean she likes it?
That's why even the second time, because he does treat her again, and he even buys her a dress because they want to have a date. And the second time that she eats meat, I'm not sure if she likes it or not, because the actress is acting as someone who's acting, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm not sure what to believe, because there's a point where Noah eats it and then she starts crying because she's eating basically a breast, and she's like, it's the breast food, or whatever joke she makes.
You saved the breast for last.
Yeah.
Fake fan.
But then she starts crying and she's like, I just don't know. I think I like it, and I'm ashamed that I don't feel bad.
Yeah, she says she feels awful because she doesn't feel awful.
Yeah. God,
but
what
she's
a good actor.
She's in survival mode.
Yeah, she is.
I get it. I think we can forgive her.
Damn, dude. I really like how committed she was to this. She did throw up her first meat that she ate, by the way. She forced herself to throw it up.
Which I was so scared, because I was like, why would you throw it up immediately? You should have waited.
Until he was out.
Yeah, because he walked down the hallway and then she threw it up. What if he came back? And also, I'm sure it's echoing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised he doesn't keep like cameras down there.
He's not a monster.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Privacy. Yeah.
I know. It's kind of weird that it seems like he has some morals. I don't know. It's weird.
They did mention, by the way, and I wanted to discuss it with you. His first time eating meat was when he was 18 or 19, and he couldn't get the thought out of his head.
They never really explained the situation, though. Just that he felt so awful, but he couldn't stop thinking about it.
But you know that part where he said, but I was a normal guy who had normal friends.
Who had normal ideas.
I don't believe that for a
I don't
second.
either. I'm
Okay,
just
good.
like, there's no way you haven't had something off about you before this moment. There has to be something.
Yeah. Damn, but the part where he was like, oh, but you know, it's good to finally share it with someone, this part of my life. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
But he's talking about the guys, the 1% of the 1%.
Yeah. Ugh.
He's
Gross.
like, I'm so glad I found my clique, my friends.
I'm
Besties.
glad, though, that at the end of the movie, there's a lot of things I want to talk about it, but at the end of the movie, it was Noah's survival that got them out. Like, her plan and her everything that really got them out.
Yeah.
Because there is another character in the movie, and he was the bartender who had tended to Steve and to Noah. And
during their date.
And Molly remembered that, and basically that was how Molly got to the house.
That's how her whole trail happened. It was the bartender, and then she was begging, pleading, like, can you at least just give me his name? Then she went on Facebook or whatever, found him, figured out that he's married. So then she saw a picture of, I hate when people do this, but they actually do this. They post a picture of their house, like, just bought it. And so she figured out where they live. She went to where they live. And so she's talking to the wife. And she's just like, I think your husband has my friend, because she's been gone for a week and she was supposed to be gone for only a weekend. Yeah. And the lady, whose name is Anne, Anne is just like, my husband, he's so sweet. No, he would never. But then Steve walks in.
Yep. And he's like, my name's not Steve, I'm Brandon.
Brendan, that's my first name. And so pretty much that's how Molly gets stuck in this situation.
Yeah, so that's the reason she's there. But I did want to talk about the bartender, because the bartender is someone who used to date Molly. And Molly's like, you know, you got to give me his address. You got to help me out because something's going on. And he's like, bitch, take it to the police. Like, I'm not going to help. Yeah. But he does end up feeling a little weird about it. So he does go to the place where Molly's phone had the location on last.
Yeah, because she did turn on her location for him.
Yes. So he figures out that something's iffy, and he goes to that location. And he hears a gunshot, because that's when all the drama's going down. We'll get to after. Yeah. He hears a gunshot and immediately is like, nope, Not me. Not me today. We know how these end. We know how these movies end.
And he's talking to himself in the mirror like, we've seen this movie before.
Mm-hmm.
We know how this is going to end for the two of us. So no.
So he leaves. How did you feel about the fact that he left?
You know, it's funny. The first time I saw this movie, I almost forgot that he left once we get to the end. But then when I remembered, I was like, huh, this bitch really left.
Yeah,
he really left. I mean, I get it though. I probably would maybe do the same.
I thought it was funny. I looked it up because I wanted to know how people felt about it. I looked it up and a lot of people disliked that scene because it was like, why the fuck didn't he stay? Why didn't he help? But then this movie does a really good job at keeping everything realistic. Because
I agree.
What do you owe that person who you used to date?
Exactly.
I'm not going to stay and die. Hello?
Exactly.
I have work on Tuesday.
Exactly. I have a family I got to get to.
And people reference the scene from Get Out a lot. They compared it to that scene where the TSA officer goes to save his friend and is also dealing with the whole, oh, you know how this ends, but he still comes and helps. So it's interesting to see that same situation, but with someone who reacts the opposite way.
But Get Out is more of like that whole thing was more of like a comedy.
Yeah, it was.
And I think Fresh is just like a thriller.
Yes.
So it's a different vibe. So I get why he left. I think I'd do the same, honestly. I'd be like, you know what? We used to date once upon a time. Not anymore.
But it was nice to see that the reason that they got out, just to say it again, was because of Noah. I thought that was really, really cool to see that Noah fucking tricked him because he was so like, oh my God, I love Noah.
Well, before you say that,
okay.
Actually, before you get there. So Noah and Steve, they did like a little date, right? And that's when he bought her that dress and all that, and that's when she's eating, of course, right? Whatever. But when they're having that whole conversation and she's even like, oh, you want to dance? And they start dancing and everything's getting super romantic again. What did you think was going to happen?
I thought she was going to turn. And I thought she was going to be like, you know what? I'm down. And I don't know what direction that would have taken, but I thought she was actually down.
Yeah. Until
I saw the face she made when she went into the bathroom. Because when they were getting, about to have sex, when that was happening, there was just a face that she made that you knew something was going on. And even
her crazy eyes on.
Even he kind of was like, she went in there alone, But then as soon as she came back, she distracted him and he was like, okay, never mind. I just read into it.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was scared that she was going to like it. What about you? What did you think?
Before I even saw the movie, I heard so many people hated the ending. And so while I was watching it, I was like, oh my God, she's going to get Stockholm Syndrome. She's going to be like, you know what? I've had this horrible luck with love, and maybe this is the love I deserve. Maybe this is it. This is my love. And I seriously was convinced that it was going to end with her taking Anne's place, which would be the wife's place.
Remind me, what was the pate thing that she ate on the bread? That belonged to Melissa.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And then she ate that one. But the last meal they ate was...
That was Molly's breast.
That was Molly's breast, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think she knew?
I don't think so. I don't think she knew at the moment because that's when she was like laughing about it and then she made that joke and then...
She started crying.
And then she started crying.
Okay.
I don't think she knew for sure. But then when she saw Molly's phone, she was like, that could have been her. Yeah. That could have been my bestie.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
But anyway, so let's go ahead and discuss how our girl survives.
So she basically is about to have sex with Steve. But when she is freaking going down, she bites off his dick. Mm-hmm. I hope she bit it off. Oh my gosh. That was
I don't know. She didn't spit anything out. So.
She swallowed it. Swallowed it whole. Oh my gosh. Whatever she did. Oh, she looked scary when she came back home.
She did because there was so much blood all over her mouth and her lips and her chin. And Steve was fucking screaming his head off, so I'm pretty sure she got him good.
I like how when I watched that scene, you were like, I don't know, I would have went for the ball.
No.
I think I would have too, though, because that probably would have hurt more.
No, I said it could have been the balls because that would probably hurt more.
That's probably what she did.
It's
That's,
no, it's
oh
never,
my God,
it's never
that's
clarified.
all your nerves. Ah.
Yeah, well, it's what he deserves. So.
Yeah, but
she pretty much
wow.
she pretty much takes the opportunity, grabs the keys, unlocks her handcuffs, runs out, and that's when she saves everybody. She grabs Molly, grabs Penny.
And you're saying people didn't like the ending?
No. Well, we'll get there.
Okay.
I have my theory as to why.
So they end up getting out. They go up from the basement where they were, and it is Molly, Penny, and Noah, and they're all helping Penny walk because she only has one leg. And then freaking Steve, no dick, comes and is ready to fight, and they all basically fight him. And it's so scary.
He does gain an upper hand on them, and there's a moment when he's on top of Noah, and I'm just like, oh my God, he's about to bite her nose off. Yeah. I literally thought that's what was gonna happen, that he was gonna bite her face or something.
Oh my gosh.
But they have, they start fighting each other, and they do get away from him. And I think it's Molly who hits him right in the head. Yeah. So it knocks him out, but obviously they didn't kill him. And they know that. No.
But they go outside and they're trying to get away. They're trying to go somewhere. And he wakes up again and is by the door of the house and is just like, Noah, I'm sorry. Is that what you want to hear? You want to hear me say sorry?
Well, the way that he's screaming is so scary because he's just like, Noah, you lied to me. And he starts like shooting in the air. He's like, Noah, get back here.
Yep.
And then he's like, do you want to hear me say that I'm sorry? Is that what you want to hear? That I'm sorry? Hell but his face is all fucked up because they were beating him with the meat cleaver or whatever, the tenderizer.
Yes.
So they were beating him with it, so his face is all fucked up. And so the girls did separate. It's like a forest where they're at right now. And Noah is next to a tree. Yeah. Hiding, and the two other girls are on the other side.
And it sucks because Steve can't see anyone until Noah's phone lights up. And of course he sees her. And they have a fight. They're fighting. Molly and Penny help, and oh my gosh, they're like biting at him. They're just trying to stop him. And every time they bite at him, it always shows the scene of the 1%ers
eating the meat. Yeah. So it's like, don't forget why this is happening.
And at the very end,
Noah grabs the gun and she's just like, come on, smile for me.
And shoots him in the head.
Yeah. He does smile though. So sweet. Such a sweet moment.
I love the fact that the girls got themselves out. Someone had brought up online that every part of the body that was taken from the girls are parts of the body that men look at. So those 3 girls where it was legs, ass, breasts.
That's interesting. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I just thought they wanted a little variety.
Oh my God. And Noah took the dick. I love that.
Full circle.
But someone had brought it up that it was those 3 body parts that were basically fighting for their lives. And I was like, fuck. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
After they kill him and they're trying to escape, Noah realizes that, none of their phones, one of them doesn't work, the other one doesn't have signal. She's like, okay, let me go grab my phone real quick because she
forgot it.
Yeah, she left it by the tree that she was hiding at. That ending where Anne, which is Steve's wife, comes and realizes that there was a fight, Steve died, and she's like, freaking put his body in ice.
Her henchman or her bodyguard, whoever is there with her, she's just like, let's put him in the ice.
Yep.
And he's like, all right. And then he walks away, and then she sees Noah.
Yeah, so I wanted first to preface that Anne has also lost a body part. She doesn't have a leg. And it never says how she lost it, but you can assume that it's through her husband.
She was probably a victim.
I just want to say, I didn't even know if she liked him.
I don't think there was a point to that. I don't think she was meant to like him. Because she was a victim. This is what I'm guessing.
I just don't understand why she was okay with...
What I'm assuming is probably the Stockholm syndrome first. Well, she was probably like, you know what, I'm just going to play along because it keeps me alive.
Yeah.
But then it made her all this money. So, okay, well, now I'm just here, right? Stuck in this situation. And I'm pretty sure within time, she probably became really bitter with, just life in general.
Yeah.
So when she sees Noah, she's just like, I'm going to squeeze the life out of you. So she's like choking her. And that's when Noah saves herself and kills Anne.
Yeah.
Oh no, Molly kills Anne. So Noah stabs Anne in the neck with her car keys, and then Molly shows up and starts beating her with a shovel, and they sit by a tree, and Noah's like, who the fuck is that? And Molly's like, that's Steve's wife. And I love that scene because it's like, he was married.
Yeah, it's funny because you can see it in freaking Noah's face, like, he had a wife
this whole time.
Oh my god. And it's funny because they had even had that conversation before, like, he's too good to be true, he probably has a wife.
Yeah, so when they were first talking about Steve, and Molly was like, maybe he's married, I don't know.
And he was that bitch.
That fucking liar.
God. I can excuse cannibalism,
but cheating?
Disloyal bitch. Oh my gosh.
And that's pretty much how the movie ends. And I didn't actually read any comments about the ending. I just know that a lot of people didn't like the ending.
Damn.
And my theory is because we don't really know a whole lot about Anne, the one percenters, Steve, and how he started this business. There's still a whole lot of questions. Yeah. And I think that's why people were upset.
And you really don't know how they get away.
Yeah.
It just ends like that.
It just ends.
Damn. So,
do they make it home? I don't know. What about that one guy?
Tune in next time on Fresh 2.
the henchman guy, the guard, who was like, all right, BRB.
I think the ending was okay. I didn't mind it. I like I said, I like that they saved each other. Mm-hmm. I like that the guy left because me too, bitch.
Relatable.
Yeah. I think I would have liked seeing them leave. At least start walking to go, but
just walking down this road.
That's fine with me. That little joke at the end.
Yeah.
Was pretty full circle of the movie. Mm-hmm. I was fine with it. And they played that one TikTok song.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably why it's on TikTok.
Oh, love it.
But yeah, I did really like the ending too. I liked that they were okay because I was scared that Noah was gonna end up falling for him or pretending to fall for him and then taking over or something. I was just scared.
So, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I thought maybe she would have.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't go that route because I don't think I would have liked it if they did.
Yeah.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I still think that you love this movie. But why don't we talk about our overall thoughts just to prove that I'm right.
Okay. Well, you are right. I did really like this movie. I like thrillers like this, especially because it had the ending that I'm so happy that it had. And I really enjoyed the music. I thought the music was so good.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to bring that up. I love the music in this movie.
Same. I thought it was a great addition. And like we already mentioned, the whole 20 minutes, it seeming like a romantic movie. And then when you realize, oh, nope, it's not. I liked how, I guess, tangible the emotions were in the film. And I think I would give it a 4 out of 5.
Wow, not a 4.56, maybe?
No, well, it was a film that I did think about for a while because I was like, damn, dating sites, they really do be scary.
Would you recommend this movie?
Yeah, I mean, hello.
Me?
Yeah, I wanted us to talk about it, and then I've mentioned it to 2 people.
Okay.
They don't want to watch it though. Kind of rude.
Rude.
Not true friends. Just saying. I don't know.
Wow. I would agree with you. I really did like this movie.
Really?
I don't seek out thrillers that much. So you were right about that.
I fucking knew it.
But the thing is, I do like thrillers. Do you remember It Follows? How much that fucked me up?
Oh my god, yes. And I don't know if you remember, but I remember how much you would talk about that movie that I kept thinking about that recently. And that was years ago. And so I watched it again, and then I was like, yeah, this movie is creepy.
It
It's
is.
unsettling.
Thank you. The thing with thrillers, I don't seek them out, but they stick to me. Because I keep mentioning that, even though it's been years, and I keep mentioning Babadook.
Yeah. Babadook.
Those two stick with me. I love when movies end in a way where it's kind of like, okay, well, something else can happen.
Yeah.
It's not over yet. Technically, it's not over. Her story's over, but not the rest. I love that so much. And I loved how realistic this movie was. I love that all of the characters felt like real people. And I love the solidarity between all these queens.
Exactly.
Assless queen.
Assless queen.
Titless. And legless. That's so sad.
It is really sad.
What a
actually.
trio.
I hope they stay friends.
I really hope so.
Well, as a trio.
Too. I really hope so too, because I love Penny so much. And the face of pure like confusion and joy that hit her when she realized that she was talking to Noah.
And Noah ran in to save her. I love that moment.
Oh, so freaking good. But I really like this movie, and I think I would give it a 4 out of 5.
Oh my god, we sing!
We synced. We usually don't sing.
We don't sync anymore. Not like the first season.
Wow.
Where you can listen to on Spotify.
Apple Music, Amazon. Oh, wait. Sorry. Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. Don't take my thunder. That's my thing.
I love when you do that. It's so funny.
Well, I mean, we have to promote ourselves, Story and Things, which you can also follow us on our social media. STORYNTINGS. You know? Did I miss a letter?
I don't know.
I'll edit it later if I did. If I didn't, I'll put a ding. No, I won't. Okay.
You can also follow us on Instagram, TikTok.
Goodreads.
We're trying to be more active. We're not active on Goodreads at all.
Okay, well, why don't we end our episode first? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. It means so much when you guys listen. And if you're listening to us on anywhere that you listen to podcasts, so Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere else, why don't you leave a rating and a comment? Because really help.
But more specifically, 5 out of 5 stars?
Yeah, that would be nice. If you give us a 4, I will cry every single time. So don't.
Every time I look at it.
That's going to be on you. Making me cry? Mm.
And she doesn't really cry.
Yeah, and I don't really... Not all the time. Make a compilation of me crying. But thank you so much. Also, why don't you tell your friends and your enemies about us? Because exposure is the best way to get known, and word of mouth, amazing. If you watch us on YouTube, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? Because that would help so much. And also hit that notification bell just so you know when we post, which is usually Tuesdays.
Mondays. Tuesdays. Around there.
Mondays, but no one will believe you. And we're also trying to be more active on social media. So if you want to follow us to see what we're doing behind the scenes. Is that behind the scenes? Maybe. On TikTok.
Just extra shit.
On TikTok and Instagram. Go ahead and look us up with our @Story and Things. STORYNTHINGS. Thank you. We also have a Goodreads. So if you want to see what our review is on past things that we've read, you should definitely check that out on Story and Things as well. Thank you. By the way, we've been hella active on social media. Can I just give us like a round of applause?
We have been.
Oh my gosh.
We grew a lot in the span of a month.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is tough.
I don't know how influencers do it. By the way, never want to be called an influencer.
Please don't.
I just want it to be said here.
In the comfort of this beautiful room.
I'm not an influencer. I'm Cheli. And I like to hang out with you and talk about books sometimes.
But we don't want... We're not striving for that. But generally, influencers are the ones who post the most.
Yeah.
So it is really difficult to post that often.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes, because I've been on break from work because it's spring break. And I've just been waking up like, okay, I need to look decent today because I need to film TikToks and need to take pictures and do all this. Feels like a second job, but I mean, I really like it.
It's more so of a hobby.
Yeah.
I don't want this to feel like a chore for either of us.
No, I told you that too, remember?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't want it to be a chore for you because we have busy ass lives.
Yes, I remember now.
Oh my gosh. You at work,
Me at school.
me at school.
No, me at school.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Uh-huh.
God.
Me doing homework.
Me doing homework. Me doing homework. Me giving homework.
Me also grading homework.
Oh, God, it's a lot.
I know.
But it's fun to meet up and talk.
I know. I always look forward to it, honestly.
We don't see each other often, by the way, because we live so fucking far away from each other.
It's not that far.
Not that far, but not close enough where we can make this commute often to hang out anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so, I don't know. I felt like we hung out more when I worked at the other place that I was at.
Did we?
Yeah, we did because,
No, we didn't.
no, we didn't. I feel like
I feel we hung out the same amount, kind of.
but we started hanging out more when I moved over here.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Oh my gosh. Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
It really did, though.
Oh. I didn't know what. I was like, what are you pointing at?
It really did, though.
I think this is the end of our episode.
Exactly. I'm done.
You're done?
We're done.
Okay, so we don't have to pretend to like each other. I need to stop making those jokes.
Stop making those jokes! We do like each other.
Yeah.
This is the way.
Contractually.
Stop.
I'm sorry. I love you. But we don't. I'm sorry. What do you want to say? I keep cutting you off.
Nothing. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I love you. We are actually friends. Thank you for listening to
Just friends?
We're besties. Just kidding. I'm sorry.
Stop.
I love you so much. Thank you
you
for
too.
listening to our episode, and we will talk to you next week.
Bye.
I'm so sorry.
It's
I don't
okay.
mean it.
Do you mean it? You're not even
How would I
drunk.
know? I'm not drunk. And you want it?
That's kind of excellent. Logan.
Is that tequila inducing? I don't know.
I thought we would be drunk for Den.
Ah, yes. Hell yeah.